Hey, welcome to the Obachanchatter. I'm here to recap for you. Sold on SLC Season 1, Episode 4. Thou shalt spread love, not rumors. We pick up where we we pick up from where we left off. With the agents expressing to Jen how they not happy about having no meeting about some shit that happened at a party that don't have nothing to do with business, and how they feel like, they just feel a type of way that, this ain't about business. And it's funny because Christian, her assistant, who I think he also got a real estate license, this clown's gonna say, what happened? And they having a whole meeting that said we're not going to talk about what happened, for this clown to say I like him know what happened. So next thing you know, the meeting is over with, and this the first meeting I think Jen done had and didn't have a charcuterie tray, and that's why they panned on over there to Tina, because that's what she come to the meeting for. So Krista is in Jen's office telling her, I need you to show houses. She said, you don't know how to show houses? She said, you know what the key box is? He said, yeah. She said, okay, that's the first step. You know how to get in? He said, yeah. She said, so what's the problem? She said, I just usually open up the door and give them the paper, let them walk through by themselves and look, and I just wait outside in the car or something. And you ain't supposed to leave nobody. You ain't supposed to do that as no agent. I'm sorry, my arm itch. So anyway, the agents sitting out there and they talking about the ones that still hanging around, how they ain't happy and they're wasting their time. And Sarah said, I thought this was a business meeting because shit, I just wanted to tell them that I just did I just got a listing for a house. So they congratulate her and stuff. So Tina interrupts Chris and Jen in her office and said, I need to talk to you. So she said, I feel some type of way. She said, talk to me. She said, I don't think Presidio is where I need to be right now. She said, because this thing that you just did, this meeting, me feel like a production to protect Matt. And she said, you don't provide that same service for the rest of us, something like that, or that type of support. And she said, wait a minute. Jen said, just give me a chance. This is the place for you to be. Just give me time, for the tide to change. So she was like, we'll see. She said, I feel like this place don't work for me in the confessional. So she said, shit, you know, um, I'm looking out for me and you looking out for Presidio. So, that's how she feel about it. So anyway, Jen let us know that she can't run her business with this kind of dissension in the ranks amongst agents, and that's the reason why I had a real estate license for a minute. I'm talking real low. I had a real estate license for a little bit, and I didn't like selling real estate at all. Only did it because my husband was like, "Oh, sell real estate, sell real estate." That shit got on my nerves. Motherfuckers call me all the time and I ask me what color, do I remember what color the kitchen was over here? Fuck no, you should have took pictures of that. So, I done took you to 5 houses and you think you my only client? Shit, running, making sure they got good, credit checks and shit, getting them something to eat, cause y'all, oh my God, it's expensive. Gotta have pictures and shit. Look, I think Jim paid for Matt pictures, cause to get him re-energized or whatever the fuck he was saying. So let's get back to this. So, Tina in there saying give it another chance. So, we see Matt meeting up with Jen, and he's saying that she's been such a great support. And he been going to his bishop and his therapist, and him and his wife is praying together and stuff is so much together, and they so much together between him and his wife, and they was having a good week and shit. And I said, Matt's still talking the same shit he was talking before he got busted. So you know what? He's still the same slick ass mouth motherfucker he was before. And then we see he proved me right when he meet up with Sarah at the end of this episode. So, he's just talking that fucking what they call that? Slick oil. What's that shit they used to call it back in the day? Well, I don't know. They just give you castor oil and tell you snake oil and it's gonna make you feel better. He's snaking oil down. Well, he think he's snaking oil everybody. it was just a nasty habit that I had, and me and my wife we prayed together. What the fuck was y'all doing before? You got busted out. What was y'all doing before then? And then you see how smug he was when Jen came to the carpet with him, and then she needs to stop bullshitting him too. If she talking to him like that together, like that, he doing that. She see it. I ain't the only one. Cause when he was talking all that shit, she was like, "Dude, okay, but you got something going on in there, and we with your bishop and your therapist, you were seeing all these motherfuckers. Seeing bishop every time you go to church, seeing therapist at least a couple times a month or a couple times a week, once a week or whatever, and you fucking see your wife every day and you pray with her, and guess what? My self esteem now I'm back on top. So anyway, and then when he did that face after the meeting, just like a bitch. So anyway, I said Matt talking sound like some bullshit to me. I sure did. So Malaysia and Sarah, they meeting up together because Sarah got a client that need a piece of land, and lo and behold, that is Malaysia's first listing that she got on her own, without Paige, without Jen. She just all by herself. That's why she just got her initials out there. You don't see no Presidio out there, do you? You just see the M and the F. So she got this cute cowgirl thing on, like she about to go clubbing and do some line dancing, but she only out there with dirt. And I usually love to see what Sarah wear, but them boots she had on out there in that dirt, I wouldn't have walked my ass down there. You see how skinny that heel was? Girl, no. So then they started talking, it's I think it was called, I don't know what that land was called. Um She got a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's $615,000. It's a half an acre, and it is a beautiful. I mean, it just look like dirt to me, but once you see the mountains, that shit is beautiful. I think Utah, and then where they at? Yeah, I think the air just look like it's like sticking your head in a freezer that's got ice in, that cool smell, or I don't know what the fuck it is. It could be carbon monoxide, whatever. It could be some kind of gas, but that smell when you get from like a fresh ice. So, it just looks so crisp, but I've never seen the only black person I seen was me, Tina, and her daughter, who like she mixed to me. So, they get to talking about the shit they ain't supposed to talk about, which is the shit with Matt and how they feel like she was wasting their time. And there, what's her name, girl? Sarah hung up on being called a gold digger. They all feel like they're being punished because Matt got caught doing some shit, and they was talking about it at the party. So anyway, they said let us stop talking before we get in trouble. For what's her name? Come spank them, Jen. Sorry, my mouth got dry there for a minute. So anyway, we have Sarah dressed up because it's Chris's 40th birthday party. So like she's throwing his party at a club. And she said she don't know how Americans do it. It's funny to her when we had birthday parties, we put a start and an end time. She said, not in Brazil, girl. It's your birthday. We don't stop till the morning. We just keep on going. So anyway, I want to go back to this dirt with the selling of the dirt with Malaysia, and they was asking Sarah to do whack shit like, said, can you talk like when you got a Texan accent? And she was doing good till she said, I like hot dogs. That's supposed to put on there. And then she said, can you do them? She said, can you do any other accent? She said, I am American. Yeah, I like hot dog and 4th of July. I was like, girl. So anyway, Jen RSVP and told Sarah she wasn't coming to Chris' birthday party. And then we see her out with this man. I said, is that her husband? That ain't her husband? Don't look like her husband. I don't think her husband is that much of a looker, but this one, he just ain't look like they look totally different. And then it says the 14th anniversary of Presidio. Now I was like, yeah, she real business oriented when she said she put everything into her business, everything, I mean, she ignored her relationships. I guess it must be this man must be her second husband, not her first one. But she said I put everything into my shit, and she was like, she don't know her wedding anniversary. She know the company May the 11th is the date. I wrote the year down somewhere. I thought I did. Um, so it's Presidio's 14th anniversary, and so she there with him. She talking about the business and the, reminiscing and shit. So then they pan back to the party. So at the party, sometimes I like Jen Yon, sometimes I don't. Sometimes she's just a little bit too cocky. You know what I'm saying? I tell you my examples. I think I can remember a couple. Actually, it was one or two in this episode where So anyway, they pan back to the party and everybody is like Sarah's, she walking around saying shit because she the host, and the agents are standing together, and Kenny's looking totally uncomfortable when somebody bring up the meeting, and somebody was like, "Listen, we're in the meeting. I want to talk about business. I don't want to talk about that shit. That shit is personal." And I feel some type of way. I think this was a whole production, just Tina, and I think Malaysia kind of felt the same way. Actually, it was Malaysia who initiated the conversation about the meeting. And she said something along the lines of when he was fucking around saying gold Sarah was a gold digger, she ain't say shit. And Sarah said that she didn't even ask. She just I told her somebody was spreading rumors about me in the office and what they was, and she ain't come to me and say, "Hey, who is it? Who said it?" None of that shit. She just ignored it, and she kind of did the same thing with Tina too. That shit with Mac talking about she hate Mormons and shit, that type of shit. So anyway, when Kenny came out and said, and "This is boy," y'all know how Matt is. He just be talking. Why people think that's cool? Because that's how somebody is. Everybody gotta accept that shit. No, we don't. You do not. I will not. That's the truth. So anyway, from that we moved to Kenny's like, well, it's not cool for us to stand here and talk about his personal stuff. And then Sarah come over and she's like, who we met, what I missed. And then somebody said a lot. And she was like, yeah, I felt some ways. I felt a type of way about, being at a fucking meeting talking about, she said, I felt the type of way. She said, well, it's a business. I want to talk business. But when I'm at a party, and I'm business meeting, I'm talking business meeting shit. When I'm at a party, I'm talking about whatever the fuck I want to, just my mouth. And you kind of seen Kenny look, and she said, they felt like Jen was protecting Matt, and Jen is protecting Matt. And he was like, no, no, I'm telling you, she sees different than that. She ain't protecting Matt. You know what I'm saying? He said she sees it different. She's not. He said Jen don't operate that way. She want everybody to be happy. So it was like, well, I hope so, cause look like some bullshit to me. So anyway, we see Jen really saying that too, and we find out that she got one of them little camps or something for days to go do team building camp shit. I be like, I quit. I don't want to go camp out with y'all motherfuckers. So anyway, she said she feel the type of way, and she was talking to her partner dude at the anniversary of Presidio, how she feel like she ain't not providing a safe space for her work for her agents, and I was like, you not. You can't. You can because you the boss, but you're not supposed to treat one. What's good for one is good for all. His ass. If you had a whole meeting to tell him not to talk about Max shit, you should have had a whole meeting to say, I don't like this shit, this rumor shit. Tina didn't never told nobody she ain't like rumors. Cause here goes the thing. When you had a meeting and you put that shit out the way it's supposed to be, the agents gonna leave. And when they leave and they get home to their wives or their significant other on the bar with their friends or with their clients, like we actually seen Lisa and Sarah discuss Matt's situation, they're gonna say what happened. Oh my God, I'm tired of having meetings about personal shit. This dude at the job was saying how this lady is more as she ain't no Mormon. She don't like Mormons, and she black and she gay. And you said you put the real shit out, it'll spread just like that bad shit spread. It'll spread too. You know why the bad shit will spread? Because it'll be back on Matt's ass. Yeah, this dude named Matt. Watch out for him. He be running his mouth about shit, and it's obviously true because even Jen herself knows. She confirmed and signed off on his behavior, and she said herself she know he messy. She said it's called stirring the pot. To me, it's all being a bitch. This motherfucker's unhappy with himself, and he still is. And like I said, it showed up on his face when he was out there with Sarah. What you want with me, motherfucker? You know was don't play dumb. You know what the fuck she want. So anyway, it was everybody at the party was having a good time. I loved his cake. I would like to have taste a piece. Sarah Mama was getting down too. She could dance her ass off. So Tina says I don't know something I got Tina said, but fuck it, I don't know what she said because I forgot to write the rest of it down. So anyway, we got Kenny meeting with this. He cute. He fine to me. A building. That one he meet at Mill Haven. He got them. He got a spec house built with the gym and the theater and all that shit in it. Everything but a helicopter pad. He got three extra lots right beside it. So anyway, I was like, the client is tall. He cute. Ooh, I kiss him. That's what I put down here. So anyway, he making Kenny look like he 3 feet tall. 'Cause that's how I don't know how tall this guy is, but he's pretty tall. So Kenny was trying to say that Jen told him he had to expand his vocabulary when showing houses, but this motherfucker don't know the basic shit like a living room and a kitchen sink, you know, weird shit he was saying when he showed houses. So there was one. I was like, how many times this motherfucker gonna say incredible? He don't know beautiful. He don't know the word wonderful. Oh, this is magnificent. Oh, this is fantastic. This motherfucker said incredible 32 fucking times. I was like, oh my god. So anyway, he was doing the lots. I think one they go down in size. I think the biggest lot that this house was built on was on the 1 point almost 2 acres, 1.7. So anyway, he was telling him what he thought the price point would be and all this type of shit. So he was like, I know how you can sell the lots. We can get a helicopter, had the men propel out, and they just jump on the floor and start rolling on the ground and shit. And I was like, what? And the man was like, I don't know. So it kind of scared Kenny a little bit because he said, damn, I think I might have, you know, this would have been a great milestone for my career and I could have really helped my family because my wife is getting ready to have we get ready to have our fourth child. And I really need to, you know, get it together with this thing. And this would really help me if I could get it. So he didn't feel confident when the meeting left. So next thing we know, we see Tina with her daughter. Then something like a jumping place, you know, but they got the trampolines and all kinds of slides and balls and shit. So she said that she don't want to stay in Utah forever, but right now that her daughter's father, her daughter named Harper, that her and the father got 50-50 custody. So they sit down and they start talking about religion. And she said that her little girl can be a Mormon if she wants to because she chose to be one. And she said that she ain't real cool with it because she said when she was coming up, she couldn't really be like the other Mormons. She had to be 10 times better than the rest of them. And I was like, God damn, they didn't fuck with you when you in the religion thing. Even when you was black, you still had to try to prove yourself. Jesus Christ, you was in church, man. That's not the religion to be in. I'm just saying. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna sit next to people and and damn it, doing all my grandson daycare clothes. Ugh. So anyway, What was I talking about? Because she interrupted me with that news. My grandson bad as hell, y'all. He 4 years old. He gonna drive me bananas. I'm trying not to. Oh my gosh, he gonna drive me bananas. But let me just get myself together and finish this. So anyway, she said that it was real hard on. She just felt like she had to be extra, extra, extra. And I don't know. I was getting ready to say there ain't no way in the world I want to sit and worship a God next to people who feel that way about me. So that means even when you're in my face, I mean, I'm fellowshipping with you. I know who I'm supposed to worship or who's supposed to rule my heart. But I'm going to be with like minded motherfuckers. And if they ain't like minded on me, I ain't sitting around in that. I ain't going to prove shit to nobody. And then why would you have to do that? That's your religion. That's your spirit. That's the part that connects to your inner self. It sounds tragic to me. So anyway, with Sarah and Chris are meeting up with Jen because Chris sent her a text saying that he wanted to meet up with her. He had to talk to her about something. So Jen started off with, "Oh, your party life was really fun. I'm sorry I couldn't come." She said I was just kind of, what she said, what did she call it? She was kind of spent or some shit from the last one. So, she just needed the break. That really just got to her. So anyway, he said I called you out to let you know that when I was there, Tina came to me and said she got a friend that's interested in doing some real estate shit with us. And I mean, I right off the back, she should have known it was weird because I'm not your person. Your person is Jen. So he said, I'm sure it was her. So then we see which comment her professional. Yeah, he got it right. Now I know he's scared of me. Hell, I thought he was wanting to meet with me so he can come over here and join Presidio with his wife. Sometimes I don't like Jen. She need to humble herself. Yeah, she talk. It's good to feel a certain way about yourself, but some of that shit you need to shut the fuck up, and that's why you about to lose the agent. And you ain't that hot because they flash back to when you and Chris and Sarah was having a conversation about your two of your top seller agents went over there to where the fuck he was at. So you ain't that hot. You can still lose motherfuckers. So I just said she need to humble herself. So Sarah chimed in. She said, he said, she said, so anyway, to save face, Jim was like, yeah, I know. She came and told me that she wasn't happy. We got some shit going on. And I think that's when Sarah chimed in and said, yeah, I tried to tell you in the meeting some shit happened to me, but did you pull me to the side and ask me who said it? And just how I'm asking you now, she said it was Matt. And she was like, it was Matt? Oh, well, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. He likes to stir the pot sometimes, old Matt. He needs to apologize, she said, because that was totally uncalled for. So next thing you know, she said she gonna talk to him. Can she talk to him? Can all three of them talk together? She said, and Sarah said, no, I think it's better if I talk to him by myself. And she said, okay, but I want you to know that I'm gonna talk to him too. So when Matt showed up with that, what do you want with me? I drove 30 miles. He know the fuck that she wanted. He was being a asshole, like I said he was. All that, oh, my therapist and my bishop and my deep prayer with my wife. You ain't changed shit about yourself. So, Kenny out with his wife and he dragging it along, but the guy did call him back and took the deal. He said when I came back and told them your idea, they was like, yeah, let's do that one. Fuck the hot air balloon shit. So, they signed with him. So he was trying to tell his wife, and he was telling us how great his wife is, how she was in charge of a team of engineers. That don't mean she's smart. Just means she know how to lead people. That's all I'm saying. And you don't gotta be smart to lead people. You just gotta be a people person. I'm just saying I ain't taking nothing away from her because I told you I ain't never said it, but and I'm being humble about it. When he said that, I was like, dude, I mean, you just love her, but just because she was leading a team of engineers don't mean that she was an engineer. It don't even mean that because he didn't say it. So anyway, um, she happy as a motherfucker that he got the deal because she know her life get ready to change. And that's another thing. I was like, you happy that you got the job because this will sustain you with having a fourth baby, which means, of course, you clear. You're gonna send all yours to college and shit. You know, you wanna do that, but watch when you start making this money, changing your car, getting more house, when you can actually start generating generational wealth, cause y'all ain't got none. And then when he started talking about his father, I thought that was fucked up. That when they got the divorce, he said that shit, that whole life just changed. He said it was to the point that 8 years old, he begging his father to pay the house note, the mortgage, so him and his sister and his mom can stay in the house. And he said he don't never want his kids to go through that. So I was like, damn, that was real fucked up. And then she says, I'm behind you. I support you. What else you gonna do? The team engineers got somebody else to lead now. So anyway, he said he only focused and at this deal that he got with this millstone builders, that it'll change his life in a way that he can free up more time for his family. But I was like, that's not going to happen. And you know how I know it ain't gonna happen? Because when you were saying that you can't finish a conversation with your wife without one of your kids interrupting y'all, yeah, you got small kids, but notice every time them kids wanted something, they never called daddy. They always called mommy. So you ain't around. You already always working. I'm just saying that's my observation. So he said he don't want to focus on work only. Well, maybe that's what you've been doing, and now we'll see if it's going to change. But I don't think so. I think that's just gonna make you want more. So Sarah at her listing at Duck Pond is listed for 630, and she and then she needed the client needs some measurements. So she calls Tina and tell her that she meet with Matt and tell her to pray for her tomorrow or whatever. So anyway, it's the next day. And so Matt bring his little raggedy ass out there to the house. And he is, of course, talking shit. What you called me for? You had something to tell me. And she was like, no, she seemed a little puzzled. And then they do a flashback. This motherfucker know what she want. Because Jen done already told him. So he was like, I owe you an apology. You still holding on something for a year. And then he brought himself up while you talking about my past. You make a joke about yourself. And just because I go back and repeat the joke. And she said, no, that's not how it kind of worked. I think he kind of used what she said. And, he started shit. Everybody done said it, so I ain't got to tell y'all. She started his boy Kenny. He loved Kenny. Kenny said it. He loved Jen. Jen said it. He stirred the pot. He started shit. And then we see, he started shit from Tina. We hear from Sarah. And he started shit and he got dirty shit going on with himself. So I'm just letting y'all know. That's how I feel about it. So anyway, the meeting don't go like how he want to. He leaves. She tell him to leave. And she said just leave or some shit. He leave her and told her to leave her alone, stop talking about him or some shit. And she just turned around like he just flipped this whole he did some shit. We think he flipped the script on her. She's just sitting around like, what the fuck happened? So we see her cry a little bit and then it go off. Matt's a bitch. And I hope his wife see how he act. Cause he's very unattractive. Yes, very. So anyway, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for 28 minutes. I can't believe I last this long. So listen, have a great day because the date is Thursday, October no, January the 14th. Oh my God, is it 14th? No, it's not. 16th. Yes, January the 16th, 2025. I love you and thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.